Welcome back to another vlog, you guys. Happy to have you back. It's Wednesday and I'm starting off this vlog with a little grocery shopping. I'm actually at Grocery Outlet right now. I used to come to Grocery Outlet like during, I don't know, I feel like it was like in 2020 I discovered it, and I haven't been in a couple of years. I stopped going and I've been kind of wanting to go back recently. Just check out, you know, if they have any good deals. See if anything on my list I can get here. I think they always have like some discounts and they have good deals on wine. So I wanted to come here before I go to I'm probably also going to go to like Trader Joe's and maybe Winco. The only thing about Grocery Outlet is they have like very specific stuff. Some of the stuff they have is actually like kind of weird. So they don't really have like your typical everything you need, but I wanted to start here and see what I could find. I was in there for a while. I feel like I really wanted to look at everything since I hadn't been in so long, and I actually don't think I've ever been to this location. I didn't even know they had one there, but it was a better selection than I remembered, you guys. I got a lot of stuff. I think I spent 100, but that was including 2 bottles of wine. I got a lot, but with that being said, this week, I feel like we just need to do a really big grocery shop. It's a Super Bowl this weekend, so I need to get some stuff for what I'm making. And then I just feel like we're out of a lot. So it's gonna be like a bigger grocery shop this week. So I am gonna head to Winco to get the stuff I couldn't find here. I mean, they actually had a lot more than I remember. Just some of the stuff, like the produce here, like some of it didn't look good, some of it looked fine. Like I got a couple things. I think I got limes and Roma tomatoes. I feel like the berries and like the apples weren't really looking good, so I am gonna still go to Winco and then Trader Joe's. Let's get it done. And it's gonna be a big grocery haul to show you guys. I wanted to tell you guys about today's video sponsor, Osea. Osea is a mother and daughter founded clean skincare and body care company that uses seaweed as their star ingredient. And I'm very excited to share my 2 current favorites with you guys. This is the Salt of the Earth Body Scrub. It has a mineral salts blend that gently exfoliates to buff away dead skin for silky, smooth, and glowing skin. You guys know I love to self-tan, so this exfoliating my skin beforehand is so key for me. This is amazing for not only exfoliating, but also moisturizing the skin pre, tanning, or really just before lotion or before anything. And this is the Hyaluronic Sea Serum. This is one of the products that I've been using on my skin every day. Let's put some of this on together. So this has Japanese Miru seaweed, and that replenishes and balances the skin's natural moisture level for healthy and hydrated skin. I love this because it's anti-aging, it's plumping, it also gives you a nice glow, and I feel like it's all about glowy skin right now. Of course, I have a discount code for you guys, so you can get 10% off of any order on the Osea website. The code is Hughes10, so I'll have it on the screen. And I'm gonna have their website linked as the first link in the description box down below. Thank you to Osea for sponsoring this portion of this vlog. Oh my gosh, let me tell you guys. The worst part about when I choose to go grocery shopping on days that Jared is at work, which is 5 out of 7 days a week, is there's no one to help me with the bags and to put everything away. Oh God, and I got a lot today. This was the biggest grocery shop I've done in months, honestly. I just figured, I had an extensive list, I think I told you guys, and I was like, let's just get it done. We have this side of the island completely filled, and this side is also completely filled. I'm gonna try to make this kind of quick because there is so much. I got some tulips for myself, frozen fruit. Some of these were impulse purchases at Grocery Outlet, I won't lie. Honey butter cream cheese, that was an impulse buy. I got a bunch of cheese for different recipes this week, and for our Super Bowl thing that we're gonna have. Sharp cheddar, berry blend, that was a pretty good deal at Grocery Outlet. Look at these colors of this produce. I mean, gorge. It's looking gorge today. You can kind of see everything. The usual suspects for the most part. Some snap peas and some jalapenos also for our Super Bowl. Snack sweet potatoes for making the dog food. I stocked up on burrito tortillas. We are running super low on these. I got the carb balance ones for myself and the regular ones for Jared. Got us some string cheese, bread, cherry tomatoes, puff pastry. I feel like I keep mentioning stuff for the Super Bowl. This year we're actually gonna make something we made on Thanksgiving, which was these pigs in a blanket, but they're like fancy pigs in a blanket that you do with puff pastry instead of the crescent rolls, and some of them have like a little pepper in them, and they were such a hit. All of them were gone on Thanksgiving, so we're gonna make those again, and then a beer cheese dipping sauce for them. This could be fun because the beer cheese dip could also be used for like chips or pretzels or like something at the party. Where was I? A gigantic thing of coconut oil. This is also, we use this for the dog food, and you know, it's just good to have. And this is massive. I mean, I genuinely think this will last me like probably 2 years. Love these crackers from Trader Joe's. This is a giant thing of bulk brown rice. We use that for the dog food as well. And we're always running low on it because we make it so much. So I got a massive bag in the bulk section, which is great because it's super affordable. Chicken breast. Jared told me he was craving SpaghettiOs, so I got him a can of those. This is green enchilada sauce. Comment down below your favorite brand of enchilada sauce because I never know which one to get. These are some of my favorite cookies. These actually were on a really good sale at grocery outlet. Same with this Impossible beef. It was a little cheaper to get there. I don't like ground beef, so I will literally use this instead. These look so good to me. I might eat some of these right after this. They look so good. Mini wontons, chicken and vegetable. Ramen, just because it was literally less than $2 for 6, and this is our, you know, like this and mac and cheese. I feel like I always say this, but those are our like really quick lazy meals if we're just like, I can't be bothered tonight. I'm not going to open these bags, but it's cornstarch and cocoa powder also from the bulk section, and then I also have like boneless pork ribs down here, which I'm going to use for a crock pot recipe tomorrow. I'll probably make that in the vlog with you guys. Here's some of the Trader Joe's stuff in the front, and then more from everywhere in the back. We got ourselves some corn, Gruyere. I'm sorry. Why is that word hard to say? Okay. Pasta, romaine. Guys, these, I can't remember if I told you guys about these. These are my favorite thing from Trader Joe's. There's 6 mini baguettes, and they literally take 3 minutes in the air fryer, and it tastes amazing. So I got 2 bags of those because I just ran out of these, and they are my newest obsession. Some minced garlic for when I'm lazy and don't want to chop garlic. And then these are another one of my faves, hot and sweet jalapenos. We just ran out of these. Great for pizza. I got these for Jared. They were like 99 cents each. Sorry, everything is like so crowded over here. I got some bucatini, cilantro, a bunch of like dressings and marinades. This is my favorite Italian dressing and my favorite soyaki from Trader Joe's. And then I don't know if this is like, you know, I'm just behind on this, but I haven't seen sriracha anywhere since the weird like sriracha pepper shortage thing, at least in our area. Like I haven't found it anywhere, and they had a bunch of it today at grocery outlet. So if you happen to have a grocery outlet, maybe go look if you're looking for sriracha. They also had this. I really like this soup, and they had it for a good price. So I did find some good deals at grocery outlet, which was nice. Smart Balance, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. This was another grocery outlet deal. I use that for the hash brown casserole, so I like to just have it stocked. Salsa, pizza sauce. We're gonna do pizzas, homemade pizzas, I think next week. Got some eggs, and this I was happy to find. This was like more than half off, this cold brew concentrate. I really like this brand too, so that was another grocery outlet find. Brownie mix, Monterey Jack cheese. This is just like a big shredded cheese that I usually get from Winco, but I decided to get this one at grocery outlet. Wine, stocked up. We don't have any wine. This one's from Trader Joe's. These 2 were pretty cheap at grocery outlet. Sorry, you can't see all that. Let me go back here to show you the rest. Some bacon. We always need that. This is for the beer cheese dip. This is for my sweet pork burritos that I'm going to be making tomorrow night. I know it sounds weird, but you use Coke in the marinade. So I just, again, 1 bottle versus getting like, you know, a big thing of that. I restocked just a few poppies. I still have some, but they're cheapest at Winco, so I wanted to pick up a couple. And lastly, just a bunch of frozen veggies for making the dog food. We have spinach, peas, and green beans. Oh my gosh. I can't lie, I only have the motivation right now to put away the stuff that really needs to be put away. I really need to eat. And then I have plans, sorry I'm messing with my hair. I have plans with my friend Devin. I haven't seen her in a while, so we're gonna go get drinks. I'm not gonna film that, but I will pick up the vlog most likely tomorrow. I mean, I might tonight, but I kind of wanna like experiment more in vlogs with kind of showing like the highlights and that like fun stuff and not feeling like I have to film the whole day. I'll probably pick up the vlog tomorrow, but I wanted to do that grocery haul with you guys because I feel like I haven't done like a big one in a while. I always like to do my grocery shopping and grocery hauls with you guys. Hi you guys, it's Thursday. I am starting on dinner. It's only 11 a.m. but I want to get this marinating. Okay, I'm making a recipe that Jared's mom has made for us a few times and it's so good, and I texted her that I wanted to make it the other day. I was having a craving for it. It's actually a Pinterest recipe, but it's these Costa Vida sweet pork burritos. So if you've ever been to Costa Vida, they have this sweet pork and I think it is so good. I'm really not even the biggest fan of pork, pulled pork. Like, I mean, I don't know. It just seems something I wouldn't typically order, but it's so good and they're really delicious. So we're gonna make them today and this is gonna marinate for, I wanna let it marinate for at least 2 or 3 hours and then it cooks in the crock pot. I'll link the recipe down below if any of you guys wanna try it. It says to do this in a gallon Ziploc bag. I don't have any, so I'm just gonna make it, marinate it in this bowl, then put a lid on and throw it in the fridge. So this is boneless ribs, boneless pork ribs. I think I got the right thing. All right. So this is where you might think it gets a little weird. You use Coke in the marinade. Like I said, I've never made this before, but I'm trusting the process, baby, because it is sweet pork and it's really good. So I'll use probably like 12 ounces or something. All right, let's do 8 ounces. Why am I like craving drinking this Coke though? Like an ice cold Coke? I'm having a sudden craving. I think it's because I'm a little dehydrated right now from last night. I will tell you all the truth. Let's do a little more. We'll do like 3 more ounces so it's covered. I'll save the rest because you add a little bit of this to the crock pot when you cook it, so I'll save the rest for that. I know it looks really weird, but let's trust the process. Hopefully it'll be delicious because every time I've eaten this, it has been so good. I don't even need to add anything else right now except a 1/4 cup brown sugar, marinade for a few hours or overnight. Okay, I got out more ingredients, but I guess I don't use those until later. Brown sugar, only need a 1/4 cup. I don't want to try and like spread this out over here. All right, well that was actually really easy. I'm just gonna make sure that everything's kind of like covered as best as it can be in here. Lid's going on, going in the fridge. I will see you guys in a bit. All right, I just got back from Orange Theory. It was a struggle getting to class today, but I feel so much better. I'm very glad I went. I feel like I needed it, and now I am going to add my pork to the crock pot. This is also a very simple step. I just drained the marinade. I'm gonna add it into the pot. All right, I'm adding half of this amount of Coke. I need to save just a little bit for the sauce at the end, so do a little more. I'm also adding a 1/4 cup of water and garlic salt, which I don't actually have. So I'm gonna do Lari salt, which is a seasoning salt, and then just granulated garlic. That should pretty much be the same thing. It doesn't say how much, so I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna do a pretty decent amount. I love garlic, and you know, this is a lot of pork. There she is. Okay, it's gonna look better when it's cooked. Now it just says cook on high for about 3 hours or low for 5 to 6 hours. I am gonna try it on low for a few hours and then I'll probably bump it up to high at the end. I don't really have 5 to 6 hours because you also have to take it out of that, add the sauce, and then cook it on low heat for 2 hours and then assemble the burrito. So I'm like, we just don't have that much time. We probably have 3 to 4 hours that we can give it to cook. So I am gonna do probably like 2 hours-ish on the low, and then we'll bump it up to the high. I mean, I wanna eat around like 7 something, so I'm trying to just, you know, be proactive so we're not eating this at 10 p.m. And now the crock pot gets to work. I have been loving doing crock pot recipes. There's more to this. There's like some cilantro lime rice that you make and some garlic black beans. That's about it. And then you just like assemble the burritos with cheese and sauce and you bake them in the oven. They're kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like an enchilada burrito type thing. Now we will simply just let our crock pot do its thing. All right, I'm not getting dressed today. I'm back in the same outfit I was this morning before I went to work out. And that is the vibe for today. I wanted to lay out my new rug. I listed this one on Facebook Marketplace, so hopefully we'll get it sold. I guess I'm just going to roll this one up. I should probably give it like one final vacuum before I do that. So this is gonna be a bit of a process. I wanna get the new rug in here, get it kind of like flattened out, and then go through my vision for this mini keyword office flip. I don't want to say redo or like renovation. Upgrade. Let's just say upgrade. It's gonna be an upgrade. I'm sweating. Just vacuumed the whole rug, spot treated it a little bit, rolled it up, put it in the other room, and then I vacuumed all of this off camera. Whew. The love seat is kind of taking up a lot of room in the camera angle, and I can't really figure out how to get that knot in this shot, so she's just chilling here for now. Squirtle's examining. He's like, wow, this rug has been under that other rug this whole time. But I'm going to bring in the new rug.
I've been thinking about good times, so tell me all your worst lies. I believe them if I try, for the sake of time.
Okay, sorry for the weird angle again, but I got the new rug in here. It's so empty looking in here now. It's very weird. I moved the mirror out of here. I just moved everything. What are you thinking, Squirtle? You checking it out? Well, guys, I do like the rug. I got it because it wasn't super like bright, but I feel like it kind of goes with most colors and you could play off of a lot of colors. I will say we're not getting much light in here right now, so it's definitely more muted colors for sure. Like there's some light kind of peachy colors and tans, but it also is gray, blue. I think it looks a little more blue in person, which I think I can work with, but I did think it was gonna be a little more like gray, but I think it's good too because the carpet in here is that weird like taupe gray. That's not the cutest. So at least it's kind of like contrasting off of that a little bit. I feel like it's neutral enough, but it's also like giving something. It's a very similar size to the rug I had in here before, only different by I think like 3 or 4 inches. It's a little bit smaller, but I think it looks really nice in the space. All right, I'm not sure how the lighting is. I turned on every light that I could, and I have the windows completely open, so hopefully it's decent. But let's go over my vision. Okay, we have the new rug in here. I think I already told you guys I want to take down my dried flower wall. I've had these up on this wall, and then I had these up in my bedroom at my last house. So it's been like 4 years now that I've been doing the dried flower thing. And I think I'm just a little over it. The love seat, I have again loved that for over 3 years now. I'm gonna sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I want to get something a little different in here. This is what I'm thinking right now. I want to do 2 sitting chairs, like armchairs on either side here, angled in towards each other. I think it would be really pretty. I'm either gonna get something on Marketplace or look at some furniture consignment stores in town. But I think I ideally want them to be neutral, maybe a tan, a brown. I've had this little console table in our hallway outside, and I think I want to move it in here. We'll see. I don't know, something like that. I feel like the chair could fit here, the chair could fit here, and then I'm not gonna keep that mirror where it was before. I'm gonna put it somewhere else, and if I have room here, I'll put like a plant or something probably in the corner here. Ta-da! My beautiful artwork that I picked up last week from World Market. This was under $60, and I haven't been able to find it online. So I feel like this would probably just be like such a statement piece here. I mean, I feel like it's nice for, I don't know if this is straight or anything, what I'm trying to show you guys right now, but I feel like that would be really pretty with the chairs to the side. So this is just my initial idea right now, but feel free to let me know what you guys think. I was kind of debating putting this maybe somewhere else in the house, but I feel like it could fit really nicely here and fill up a lot of that wall space. So I think I'm gonna try it up here first and see how I like it. I feel like it goes really nicely with the colors of the rug. We'll see how this all comes together. This table might end up being a little too big for this area, but we'll see how everything ends up coming together. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the flower wall down, list my love seat on Facebook Marketplace, and then I need to go do some laundry. We accomplished a good amount in here today. We will return to this. I will show you guys when I find those chairs. Let me know if you have any other ideas. And just like that, she's a blank state. It is 5 o'clock on the dot. This pork has been in here for about, I think since 1:30. So I am about to take it out. I had it on low, switched it up to high for around 45 minutes, I think. And I think it's definitely done. I'm just gonna take this out and shred it. I just use my KitchenAid to shred meat. It's so easy. So I'm gonna do that, and then it actually goes back in the pot, and we're gonna add the sauce. I feel like the light in my kitchen has been so yellow lately. It's always kind of weird in here, but anyway, we are gonna make a quick sauce. I just shredded up the pork. I drained the liquid that was in the crock pot. I put the shredded pork back in, and now we're going to blend up this sauce really quick. It's super easy. It says you can do it in a food processor or a blender. We're gonna put the remaining Coke. It says half a can. This is, you know, a little bit less than that because I only got a bottle, but the Coke is just so funny that it's in like every step for this, but apparently it's crucial. I'm gonna add a 10-ounce can of red enchilada sauce. Oh, almost had a spill. I'm gonna add a can of green chilies. This is a 7-ounce one. It didn't even say how much to add. It just said a can. A can of diced green chilies. So I think this will be fine because they're mild. And lastly, 1 cup brown sugar. I know, sounds like a lot, but it is sweet pork, so we're doing it. All right, and we're going to, we'll just blend this up, I guess.
I said don't blow my high. I'm on that carpet.
All right, now comes the easy part. The pork is back in. We have our sauce all blended together. It smells pretty good, honestly. And you just pour this over the pork, and then you let it cook on low for 2 hours. This is what it looks like back in the pot with that sauce on it. And I just gave it a quick stir. It's on low, and we're just gonna cover it. Cook for 2 hours. All right, guys, it's finally time to assemble our burritos. So this is our meat after about 2 hours. It smells amazing. Jared just tried it. I still need to try it. These look a little strange, but these are basically like tomato, garlic, black beans. The rice is right here. It's a cilantro lime rice that we just made in the Instant Pot. It was super quick. If you don't make your rice in the Instant Pot and you have one, it's very fast, and I feel like it always does a nice job. We do a 1-to-1 ratio. So now we're just going to wrap them in their tortillas and put them in here. You put on a little more enchilada sauce, and then you put cheese. Okay guys, we have our burritos rolled up. Thanks to Jared, he's very good at rolling them. So you top it with green enchilada sauce. It literally didn't say how much, so I don't know.
I was like cut, like just,
Would you not do the whole can?
how much is left?
Probably still half the can. Yeah, maybe not. That's probably good, right?
Yeah.
Top with Monterey Jack, which is already on the inside too. Come on, throw it on. Don't be shy. It made a good amount. We still have some pork. Here. This made 8, and they're pretty big, honestly. I mean, they're burritos. But we also have some of that sweet pork left. I think I used 1.8 pounds or something. The recipe, if you guys do happen to make this, the recipe calls for like 3 pounds, which is quite a lot. Like that is definitely family sized. It serves like 8. These basically go into a 450-degree oven just until the cheese melts. So it didn't say how long. I'm guessing it's gonna be 5 to 10 minutes because the ingredients are already warm. So just to get them a little more warmed up. But here they are. All right, going in. Oh, wow. They only baked for 5 minutes. The cheese got gloriously melted, and now we're topping with some cilantro. They're massive. This is gonna be food for like 4 days. Especially for me. I'm probably only gonna be able to have one. Hello, you guys. It's Sunday now. It's Super Bowl Sunday. I don't think I vlogged in a couple days, so I wanted to make my little Super Bowl foods with you guys, even though of course when you see this it'll be after, but you know, in case it would be fun to watch. I really enjoy like cooking with you guys. So we're gonna do something pretty easy today. Today, I'm making these fancy pigs in a blanket that I made for Thanksgiving. They were such a hit, and I love any excuse to make pigs in a blanket. These are like a fancy elevated version that have like poppy seeds, and you use puff pastry instead of like the crescent rolls, which you don't have to, you know, get this crazy. You also, use these sport peppers, which kind of look like a mini pickle, and they're just like kind of pretty. So this is from a TikTok recipe. I know I've shared it before, but I'll insert that on the screen. And then I wanted to do like a dip for them, something to dip them into. So we're gonna do a beer cheese dip, and I think I'm gonna serve that in the tiny Instant Pot to like keep it warm. Going over to Jared's brother's house for a little Super Bowl party that they're having. So I think I'll just have to bring it in the Instant Pot and like plug it in when I get over there. So I'm gonna make that a little closer to 4 o'clock. It's only 1:15 right now, but I wanna prep the weenies. Let's do it. First thing I'm gonna do is just like flour a little area right here. I'm gonna lay out the dough. Wait, also, I'm like, now I'm looking at my recipe. I'm like, maybe I should do this on a cutting board. I have to use a knife, and I don't wanna use it on the counter, so that was kind of dumb. All right, we're just gonna put this on top, just ignore that. All right, let's try that again. Let me know if you guys like, you know, what you've been seeing as far as the cooking content and the vlogs. Let me know. I know some people are probably more into it than others, but I feel like it's just always fun for me to show you guys what I've been making, and I feel like typically you guys say you like it, so feel free to let me know. These are the puff pastry sheets I'm using. These are like the only ones I found at my grocery store, and they worked good last time. There's 2 sheets in here. I've been letting this thaw for a while, since I woke up, so over 2 hours, which is probably a little long, but that's okay. Just gonna unfold it. Nice. Okay, if I remember correctly, I think we like tried to roll this dough out when we did this for Thanksgiving. Just make it a little bit more like rectangle-y, stretch it just a bit. Okay, I'm gonna take a sharp knife, and I'm gonna cut this just like in 4 squares basically. And then kind of like as if these were, you know, Pillsbury crescents or something, I'm gonna just continue cutting them into little tiny triangles. And then each of my squares will have 4 of them, I believe. Okay, hopefully you guys can kind of see now size of my little triangles. I think I have 16. They could be a little smaller probably, but I don't know. I just feel like I like the puff pastry dough. I have multiple sheets of it, so why not just use another sheet of it. I got the little cocktail smokies. They're also sometimes called Lil Smokies. And then this is like the little fun part. These are called sport peppers. They actually kind of look like pickles to me. I think they are a pickled, I think they're a pickled pepper. Smells like it. And these are basically like what they use in Chicago style hot dogs. And I only know that because of the TikTok. She was like, I'm making like a Chicago inspired, you know, that's kind of why they're like fancy. So I know a lot of people don't like this. So I'm probably just gonna use these in like, you know, probably like less than half of them. And then if people want one with a little pepper, they can have one. Okay, now comes the fun part. Take your little weenie. Optional. Take your little pepper. And I think we all probably know how to do this, but just make your cute little pig in a blanket. And now I need to get a little baking sheet. There she is. They'll look really, really pretty when they're baked because we're gonna use an egg wash to make them like shiny and glisten. And then we're gonna do some poppy seeds, some celery salt on top to really make them stand out. Got my cookie sheet. I can't remember if you should use like parchment paper or not, so I'm just gonna use it just in case so they don't like stick to the pan. Okay, I'm just gonna prep all these and then I'm pretty sure you do the egg wash and the seasonings before they go in. So I'm just gonna prep all of them right now and then get out my other dough. Probably gonna turn on like a podcast or some music while I do this in the background. Let's do it. Okay, here we are. I think I got 32 out of that. And I feel like they're a pretty good size. So I am gonna like get ready, eat something myself, and then I'm gonna come back to these in a bit, finish them off with you guys, and we'll make the beer cheese dip in a little bit. Okay guys, it's like 3:40 and I got ready. And now we're going to egg wash and bake the weenies. And then while those are baking, we're gonna do the beer cheese soup in the Instant Pot. So I'm really quickly just gonna make a really simple egg wash. 1 egg. And then you wanna whisk that. Okay, and then I'm gonna add in like a tablespoon of water. I'm not gonna measure it, but just a little water. Mix that all together, and that's gonna make it so when the pastry dough bakes, it's gonna get like more golden brown, more shiny. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take like a pastry brush. You could use the like actual, this might work better. I'm not really sure which one would work better. I think I'm gonna try it with this first because it's like a little bigger, and you just want to get like an as even as you can coat on these. I think I might try this one and see how it compares. I think this one might be a little better because you can get like a little more precise with it. Okay, now it's time to give these a little like seasoning and then bake them. So you're supposed to use celery salt and poppy seeds. I mean, that's what she uses in this recipe. So I used celery seed and then just combined it with some flaky salt and regular salt in here. And then I do have my poppy seeds in here. So I think I'm just gonna start by doing the poppy seeds. And this is just, again, like how to do the Chicago style hot dog. And also I feel like it gives it a little fun, you know, you guys know I love a garnish. I love texture. So this is easy to add and it really makes them kind of pop. You could also use like everything bagel seasoning if you don't have poppy seeds and celery salt and all that stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna sprinkle on the celery salt. And doing the egg wash too will help this stuff like all stick a lot better to the dough. So you definitely want to do that part. And here they are. They look so fancy and they haven't even baked yet. So I can't remember exactly how long these go in for. I think it was around 20 minutes last time. So I'm going to check the recipe, but throw them in and I'll show them to you guys when they're all done. It's time to sample our sauce. It's got a nice cheese pull to it, for sure. Oh my God, my stomach is scared. The lactate will be coming out, but it looks so good. We decided to add 1 jalapeno, seeds removed, to add a little, not only spice, but it added some nice color. Oh my God. Let's just say she's, oh no, chip almost disappeared in there. How do you even, this thing's gonna be a mess by the time we get this home.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a deep clean of this thing.
It's not really spicy. Oh my gosh. Check these out, guys. Oh. I even think they could get a little more color, but I'm gonna ask Jared, but they look so fluffy. Hi guys, it's Monday now. Just finished off looking at all the footage for this vlog so far. It definitely ended up being like a cooking and food grocery focused vlog, but I think I'm gonna kind of go with that and just say, hey, this was kind of like a grocery shop with me and cook with me for the week type vlog, because I definitely like doing more of that cooking content. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing it. Of course, every vlog won't, you know, be so much like this, but I think this one was kind of fun. Super Bowl stuff turned out the food turned out so good. Those, I'm not just saying this, those pigs in a blanket were gone within 20 minutes of us arriving to the function. We didn't know how many people were going to be there. It was definitely more than I expected, so I will absolutely be making like triple that for next year or whatever, because they were gone so fast and I do like to have some leftover of those, so 32 was simply not enough. They were incredible. The beer cheese was also incredible. I hope you guys had a fun Super Bowl if you know, did anything fun. That was this week, cooking with me, going grocery shopping with me. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these types of videos, like more kind of groceries and then what we're cooking from that. I would love to hear what you want to see as far as cooking and non-cooking content as well. You can check out my Patreon if you want to see my content that is not posted on YouTube. I have a ton of videos over there that are just for Patreon. I have my mini podcast over there. I put like photos that I don't post other places over there as well, kind of like unseen stuff. So I'll link that on the screen as well as in the top of the description box down below if you ever want to check it out. I hope you guys are doing good and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Every time we talk, I gotta walk away. You never hit me.